as actually going to do it, I'd probably say 8 or 9. As far as do I start tomorrow, do I start in 2 weeks? I don't know. Let me see how Monday goes, and that way I can schedule and plan things because because I want to be able to dedicate time to something and plan it and not have it just, okay, I have to do this today because I have to do it. It's something I want to build into a schedule.
Okay, so I understand that, and we literally, we see all the time, like our clientele, as I mentioned, we work with, like literally they're on flights most of the time. They just don't, there is no time, and that's where, you outsource it to us. There is no good time really with this. That's the funny thing, because, your health is your wealth at the end of the day. That's not a problem. And in terms of, before you do go away, in terms of kind of getting yourself organized, do you mind if I ask, like, from what we've gone through today and the other day, do you feel like what we do can actually get you to your goal?
Oh, I do. I do that. I say that we probably wouldn't be talking, except for like a lot of different people programs. But there's a different element in what you have. I don't know what that is. I think it comes across as you actually want people to succeed.
In terms of what you mentioned there, so see, I'm just being upfront with you. In my experience, kind of people who kind of like go away, like don't usually sign up, because we know good old procrastination, like things like that can creep in. It does happen. And with your, like, it's kind of like with your health wise, we always think, what oh, it's fine, like let's put this first because it's just our health. It's only our health, it's fine. Like it's fine. But then it comes to a point where irreversible damage is done and things like that, and it's just, that's not myself as a human. That's what I look for as well. And I love that quote there. Just in terms of kind of what you were saying there, in terms of like Monday, having a look there. So what, just out of curiosity, what do you think that would, like, I guess there's no way to say, like, what do you think that would achieve by waiting a few days? Like, in terms of looking at this, if this is a priority, like I guess a 9.
Yeah, I'm just lucky to get into my routine, my schedule, to gradually get into it and then start it. It's all for delay as much as I like to look at things where I'm going to change myself or change something and look at it. I don't just like jump in and I'm not as I used to be reactive. I'm not as reactive. I look at it and say, what's the best, smartest way to do this?
Sometimes it can be easy to get stuck. Have you ever heard of paralysis by analysis?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get a better idea, really, if this is kind of like how important it is for you, just from what you mentioned.
It's important. I mean, it's a pretty high priority. Willing to take the risks and do the new things and realize that you need to change, to go move to this next level, this next step. It starts with the mindset change.
100%. And I will just back that up there, like just for myself individually, like the classical Athens. So I've actually studied this myself at Cambridge, like classical Greece. It was much about the mindset of the Athenian Polydoros statue. Like people would admire that because they don't admire the, oh yeah, you're toned, you're this, you're that. They think and they connect it to, oh, what mental discipline actually went into that to get the result. What you're looking at is the result of what goes into this. That's actually something we incorporate from. It's not overnight as well. Like in how you train this, the psyche, the soul, the mind. They call it the spirit of the animus. That's habits. Your actions is a reflection of what's going on in here. So you're absolutely right. I agree with that, and it's really refreshing to hear that, and obviously your wisdom as well, which it's always lovely for me to hear. Just what sort of one question I have, like, has there ever been a time in your life where you've been kind of presented with like an incredible opportunity, but you kind of felt like a little bit nervous, so you didn't really make a strong decision, and it kind of cost you a lot more in the long run, just out of interest?
I don't. It's been more just the opposite. You're presented an incredible opportunity that isn't one, and it obviously doesn't go anywhere. But like I said, I've looked at a lot of different programs. This is the one that fits me best. It's more about the mind development, the mindset, and finding out who you really are, kind of thing. So it's a psychological approach as well as a physical approach or a habit change. So I mean, this you don't have to sell me on this. As far as opportunities, I don't. It's just a matter, do I start February 1st or the 15th or Wednesday?
So in terms of when should you start, I mean, there is no best time to start. In fact, the nicest thing about our program, again, I don't want you having this concept in your mind of, oh my God, I'm signing up to this and I just need to like get all my ducks in one line. When you said about your routine, like wait till Monday, like, yeah, it doesn't work. So just to answer your question, the best time would be today. And why? We don't work with an overnight process. It's not an overnight results. How it would work, because it is a little bit making an investment into yourself with everything you've got going on. You know, that's huge and it is big. And we do respect and realize that with everyone we speak to that's in a similar position to you. However, the reason why I say it's the best time today is because, you know, it's you telling us your routine, exactly what you just told me then about I need to get this sorted. Just let us know. Just pop it in the questionnaire. Let us know what you've got going on. And we're not, you know, this doesn't just start immediately. We have to process the information.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. I would let's start and get the questionnaires on so I can use the priorities. This is a priority. How do you start engaging into this program and making it work? So
Sorry, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I didn't understand.
how do you like what would be the next steps for me if I say, okay, we're going to start this program? What's the next thing that happens then?
Gotcha. So what I've stopped the screen share, but what usually happens is I would send you a link, either via WhatsApp if it's open or email. So yeah, which sounds like the best option for you?
I don't know which one is the best. I'd probably do the first one probably.
Is that the 1975 now and then the 395 for 5 months after?
Yeah.
Got that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if I send you, have you heard of Stripe? Apple and Uber use it.
I think I have it on my phone.